your ankles feel stiff, achy, painful, or even unstable, the ankle is one of the most commonly injured joints in the body, and one of the most common injuries that we see are ankle sprains, from something as simple as stepping off a curb the wrong way, playing sports, or just taking one ill-advised step on the wrong day. Now, a lot of times people ignore this because it's just my ankle or it's just a sprain. But what I want you to know that a sprain is a type of injury and not a severity. Don't ignore it just because it's just a sprain, because just as you wouldn't ignore just a fracture, you have to pay attention. A sprain can be anywhere from a very small tear, a grade 1, it can be grade 2, which is a little bit more, or even a grade 3 sprain. To put it in perspective, all you hear about probably in sports media and healthcare is about tears of very major ligaments, like an ACL tear. That is a sprain. So treat every injury and every sprain with the kind of respect and attention it deserves. Common mechanisms of injury or ways that you're going to do it are just kind of turning your foot the wrong way, or if that joint gets jammed up by something. A lot of times it's if you're falling on it, but maybe you're just kind of laying somewhere and someone kicks you or falls on you or pushes your foot up. And what happens if it goes untreated is a lot of times people might start to feel a little bit better because they avoid activities or they rest a little bit, and that swelling goes down and you think you're fine. But this is also one of the most commonly re-injured joints, because when you don't take care of it and don't take the time to do proper rehab, is the body just kind of lays down tissue when it repairs things like cement. Now, if I gave you a big bucket of cement and just threw it on the floor, it would do whatever it wanted. Rehab's job is to kind of guide that cement or those tissues to form the way that you want them, so you can optimally heal and reduce your risk of re-injury, because the last thing you want to do is keep spraining that ankle over and over and over again, because then in everyday life you're going to develop chronic ankle issues. You're going to have stiff, painful ankles, and at the same time, even though they're stiff, they're not going to be very stable, so you're not getting any good out of it. Rest is not enough. Rehab with a healthcare professional is your best bet to avoid future injury and to get back to doing everything that you want to do. Each ankle sprain you have is a little bit more damage, so you might say, you know what, I've done it before and I was fine. I did it a second time and I was fine. But each time you do it, you're putting yourself at further and further risk for greater damage to those tissues and greater damage to that joint. And I want to help you avoid that. So, if you have chronic ankle issues, even if you have just a one-time ankle issue, and it doesn't even have to be a sprain, it could just be, you know what, I am feeling really stiff, or for some reason they haven't been moving right, or I haven't felt very stable, please, please, please come to Loudon Sports Therapy Center. I want you to call or click that link below. Come on in, we'll have someone evaluate you and kind of see what your specific needs are, and based on your goals, help you get back to them, because the last thing we want to do is ignore any injury.